In this era, even game centers were decorated like fancy Victorian-style salons on the inside. However, the lines of beautifully adorned sofas had a lot of wiring, like a military simulator. In an era with mental displays, anyone could play games even during class without anyone else knowing. However, the locations called game centers were a bit different. In addition to the mental display, they also projected the game screen on a spatial display. Why? Isn't it obvious? To show off your skill to people you've never seen before. Oh, great. Is he really good at this, or is he kinda like normal at this? Because his reaction times should be through the roof if he's a Gauntlet Knight, right? Of course, even in this era, game live streams on the internet were alive and well. You could interact with them in many ways, including voice and text. However, some demanding young people felt that there was no replacement for the sensation of seeing live reactions. I'm sorry, I'm really tired tonight, but I want to read through this. So if I yawn every now and then, I am actually sorry. Because of these people, relics from the old world like game centers still existed, and boldly so, despite how far civilization had advanced. Good live gameplay requires a crowd of young people to watch. They get to have a great time cheering and or showing their disappointment in an exaggerated manner. That takes me back. I remember when I'd go into game centers where all the neighborhood brats hung out. He bought a drink as a substitute for the entry fee and sat down in a random empty seat. Gloomy people vaguely lacking in self-confidence might sit in the corner, even though they wanted to be seen. However, Super Genius Jaden wasn't like that. He'd sit openly in the throne right in the middle, left open because of that special Japanese brand of embarrassment that they call humility. Oh yeah. His Cellcom immediately informed him that it had successfully connected to his seat. Then the display told him that he could benefit from a promotional campaign if he entered his Kizuna ID. Actually, he'd had his Kizuna set to off. If he hadn't, then a friend would have heartlessly messaged him, regardless of whether he was feeling neurotic or depressed. At that moment, he wanted some time to himself, so he didn't activate Kizuna and chose not to participate in the promo. Yeah, these people are literally always on, aren't they? Well, if I get an ultra high score and expose my ID, I'll get so many friend requests from people I don't know, it'll be a pain. In any era, if you carelessly expose your personal information, you'll get a rush of weird direct mail and sales calls. Okay, let's do this. Let's see what this game is about. Hilarious, right? A Gauntlet Knight got depressed by his training, so to shake it off he started playing a game about Gauntlet Knights? Oh. Gauntlet Knights who could fly unassisted and dominate a battlefield on their own were what kids around the world wanted to become. So there were many games that simulated being a Gauntlet Knight. This was also a useful way in all countries to find people with high aptitudes. For that reason, games like this were placed in game centers all over the world. I get that, it's like, what's that game called? Oh, the American military had one, not Armor. The American military had another one, specifically tailored to their needs and training regimen, I think. Anyway, I love flying solo. No need to keep perfect pace with a noisy partner. This game was a much lower quality than the military simulator, but it was more than good enough to work as a game. Furthermore, all his experiences from normal training would come back to him, and the realism could be supplemented by his brain and become pretty intense. This was his first time playing at this game center, so he would run through the tutorial first and get a feel for this particular location. Now to select the difficulty level. Easy, normal, hard, how about ultra hard? Yeah, right. I'll boldly flick my mental tablet. That sounds like a goddamn euphemism if I've ever heard one. The word hard instantly shot off the top of the screen, which scrolled down to the no hand-holding settings like ultra hard and nightmare. Here we go. The one I chose was the last one. Real Gauntlet Knight! Let's go! I'll show them I'm a super genius! No way! Is he really doing it on real? Is he crazy? He's got all his controls set to manual! If he's on real, what's he gonna do about the Stage 7 boss Missile Barrage? The Stage 7 boss was modeled off the Atlantis, the ACR Combined Military Super Fortress class segmented warship. It was made up of 7 connected Super Fortress class warships, meaning it was more than just a ship. Thanks for explaining that. It was a fortress on the sea. A barrage of countless missiles was being launched from there, drawing a beautiful geometric shape that dazzled any who saw it. It's basically a Touhou game, isn't it? Here I go! Ah! Whoa, awesome, look at him move! Crap, I feel sick just watching this. Is this guy a god? He magnificently dodged the counter-guided missiles chasing after him, shooting them down with perfect accuracy. Just like a missile matador. The excitement in his door reached a crescendo, and the noise made even passers-by stop and look. When Jaden completed the game to the utmost excitement, he waved back at the cheering young people throughout the salon. You'd think these people would be celebrated like celebrities anyway, right? So I think they should recognize his face. They should know, oh my god, this is Jaden from the AOU Warcat, right? But maybe it's not like that? I don't know. I mean, everyone is looking up to them because they want to become Gauntlet Knights as well. Whew! Thank you, thank you. Thanks for your support. This really does feel good. Thank God I came to this game center. Now that uneasy feeling is gone. Jaden sank deep into the sofa, enjoying the feeling, and slowly sipped his drink. The excitement in the salon calmed down, and everyone went back to enjoying their own games and watching others. If you register a Kizuna ID, you can take advantage of a point rally start dash campaign? It's because I was playing pretty well just now. They don't want to miss out because I'm an unregistered user. Okay, might as well register. I'll have to add a comment that I'm not taking friend requests. He set his Kizuna, which had been off, to on. He immediately received several ad emails. A friend has arrived for you? Already? Who is it? Kizuna always displayed a message like that when a friend's avatar came to visit over the internet, or if a friend came near you in real life. This wasn't an avatar visit. Did that mean one of his friends was nearby? The friend sign was very close. Man, this could get annoying very easily, right? Knowing when anyone is close at any time. Apparently I just didn't notice because I was set to off, but they seem to be inside the store. That's a bit cold, not saying hi even though they're in the same game center. Maybe they didn't notice as well because your Kizuna was off as well. Who is it? Where are they? I tried to check the friend sign through my mental tablet, but it suddenly disappeared. Oh, crap, I skipped that. Now that it was gone, I had no way of knowing the person's name or where they were. Hey, that's creepy. In other words, a friend inside the store had realized that Jaden was nearby, and had hurriedly set their Kizuna to off. It does tick me off a bit. I don't know who it is, but I think they need a good talking to. That's not something you do to your friends, right? You had yours to off as well, just a few minutes ago, you know, Jaden? For a super genius, you are kinda dense sometimes. I've gotta give them a big lecture filled with valid points and lots of data, huh? Is that what you call your dick? I looked around the store. Okay, where are you hiding? There were more customers than usual at this time of day, partly due to the after effects of Jaden's super playing. This person probably knew who Jaden was, so if he set up camp in front of the store, they probably wouldn't come strolling out. He checked the store map from his Kizuna. There was one more route out of the store, the back door near the bathroom. Look, there's the shadow of a person rushing through, and clearly not someone who has to use the bathroom. How do you know? Can you like scan that ladder? Hey, wait! Hey, you're Meow, right? Hey, wait! He recognized the person from behind. It was definitely Mitake Meow, his partner from the Warcats. Though he could hear Jaden, he was hurrying away, trying to blend in with the shopping center crowd. Interestingly, he was leaving with a quick shuffling walk. Jaden, feeling that it would be unfair to run after him, followed along with a similar shuffling walk. What's going on here? Wait, hey! Meow! Meow! Why are you shutting your Kizuna off and running away? That's creepy, man. Hey, is it something I did? Something during training just now? Did I do something so weird that it pissed you off? Meow continued that shuffling walk without turning around. Jaden chased after him in the same way, calling out questions and complaints at Meow's back. To anyone watching this, it probably looked like as though they were having a lover's quarrel. Yeah, they kinda are having that though, right? Hey, I may be a gentleman, but I've just about had it, okay? As expected, there was no response. However, Meow was Meow. It couldn't possibly be anyone else. After all, considering how long Jaden had been following them, someone other than Meow would have called the police by now. I've just about had it. You've got 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. I've had enough. This time I'm the lecturer. I'll make Meow say he's sorry. Hey, wait, Meow! Jaden raced forward, grabbed Meow's thin arms and forcibly spun him around. Oh god, is this where they accidentally kiss? However... Oh, what? Meow? Huh? Crap. Did I really mistake him for someone else? That's not possible. I mean, it looks like him. You're Meow, right? You are, aren't you? It was almost as though he was trying to convince himself rather than interrogate this person. He did think it was Mitaka Meow. His eyes and his nose and his mouth, and his fucking clothes as well, which would be the biggest giveaway really, even if you can't recognize a person's face. If they wear a specific set of clothing like Meow was doing. Many bits of information made it clear that this was Meow himself. However, well, the atmosphere about him was something Jaden couldn't really describe. Was that of something that resembled Meow? It wasn't. Only then Jaden realized that Meow's whole demeanor was different from usual. And the color of his lips seemed more sensual or something. Oh, is this female Meow? Fuck yes, is this female Meow or something? The skinniness of the shoulder he was grasping was definitely Meow's, but now that skinniness felt like something of the opposite sex. Meow equals trap confirmed? Could this be a girl who looked just like Meow? Please be. It would help me at night. Wait. You're Meow, right? You are, aren't you? I'm not Meow. Liar. Then turn your kizuna on. No. Crap, this totally looks like a couple fighting. The eyes of people walking by hurt. Jaden took the guy who was definitely Meow, but claimed not to be. No, maybe this isn't even a guy. He took the kid into a nearby store and set them down. By this point, a certain possibility had arisen to Jaden's mind. I'm a super genius, so I don't really get it. But aren't lots of Gauntlet Knights candidates? What? Now I've done it. Sorry. He had planned on making this person apologize, but in the end Jaden was the one who apologized. Why? I don't... What's happening here? You're one of those, aren't you? What? A cosplayer or something? What? Your body is Mitaka Meow, but you aren't, right? What? As though giving up, the person shut their eyes tight and gave a slight nod. A fan? A cosplaying fan? Is it that? Sorry, I didn't know. To become a parallel processor, you needed to undergo special training from a young age. However, that didn't mean all babies had equal amounts of talent. No matter how much one trained, some people couldn't become parallel processors, while some developed surprising amounts of talent with very little effort. It was well known that people with natural talents like this often developed a certain type of split personality. I had to do a double take there. Oh my god, no. Multiple personality disorder in its commonly known form occurs when neural trauma creates a data partition in the brain and gives birth to a new personality, one that hasn't been influenced by the trauma, in order to protect one's mind. So Meow has what it was called DID in the past, I think. This is an acquired trait. However, in extremely rare cases, multiple personalities can appear as a congenital trait. Unlike acquired multiple personality disorder, its biggest identifying feature is that the personalities can be awake at the same time. So you have... like a subconscious? Or what? It means that two consciousnesses can literally exist simultaneously in a single body. Now that sounds like a weird concept, but is this real? Is this happening in the real world? They can each think of and concentrate on different things, which makes them amazing parallel processors, I guess. In fact, they can apparently even have verbal arguments with each other using the same mouth. I mean, you'd usually call these people crazy, wouldn't you? I don't know, would you? They truly are born parallel processes. As I said, this makes them amazing for that. It's two people thinking at once inside one body. They would want to rack this up even more. Why not 5 people thinking at the same time, right? That would be a true warship, a true fortress to get through. As you might expect, the training they received at a young age was more effective for them than those with just a single personality. And this improved more the more personalities they had, so it can go above 2, which would be crazy though. What if you touch yourself? Is that masturbation or are you touching someone else? Yes, this is the first thing I'm thinking of when I hear this. Since Gauntlet Knights needed to be capable of parallel thinking, humans born with multiple simultaneous thoughts in the same brain made for incredibly suitable candidates. So according to one theory, 30% of famous Gauntlet Knights, 60% according to a different theory, had this special kind of congenital multiple personality disorder. Wow, that's a high number. Furthermore, these people would feel hurt if you called it multiple personality disorder, so they were now referred to as CPPs, congenital parallel processes. Why would they be hurt by a simple term? If it means the same, if they know, okay, they referred by another name, but they mean the first thing. I never understood that. Because just putting it in another way isn't gonna make it any better. If they are offended by people referring to it in the first place, I can get that, you know? You don't want any attention drawn to it. But if it's just the naming you're offended by, I can't quite get behind that, but man, I don't have the problem, so maybe I just don't get it. Anyway, so this is apparently Meow's second personality then, but if they are awake at the same time, shouldn't the other Meow be aware of this right now? The male one. This is also a male one since the body doesn't change. Oh my god, I don't know. This is getting complicated. When I was in America, I had a friend who was a congenital. A congenital sounds really weird. I was a brat who didn't really understand, so I kept saying, show me a different personality and do something crazy, treating him like some kind of show instead of thinking about how he must have felt. I regret it now. No matter how much talent you have, it's never pleasant when people look at you strangely. So even though Gauntlet Knights have become a shared dream for kids all over the world, almost no one comes out as a CPP. Interesting, so it is still not necessarily frowned upon, but people are still embarrassed by it. Being a CPP. You'd think that in a world advanced 200 years into the future, where sleep is a thing of the past, and even the concept of war has shifted because no one remembers the last war anymore. You'd think that stuff like that wouldn't be as taboo anymore, but okay. I mean, this is all just general world building. Of course, Ryokishi decided on that. This is not canon for the real world. Sadly. It was all thanks to what remained of stereotypes from the old era, where multiple personalities were treated like something out of the occult or horror genres. Yeah. Honestly, these people, they just need help or treatment, but it's nothing. They're not monsters or anything, they're still people, right? You know, I wasn't the one who started calling myself a super genius. I've been told that since I was very young at a training institute. This kid's a super genius with all that parallel processing power despite not being a CPP. You know what, let me take a quick sip. This has been a long session today. My throat is really parched, sorry. If I sound weird, it might be because I think I'm coming down with a cold or something. Thinking back on it, maybe all of them were CPPs, not just a friend who came out about it. And I treated that friend like some kind of bizarre animal. Yeah, especially considering since you seem to be maybe not openly gay, but I think you have a little bit of a gay side, Jane. You shouldn't treat people differently because of how they are. As long as they're still decent people, and traits like this don't make them indecent, you know? Imagining how everyone else must have felt made my chest hurt. At least you're regretting it. That's a good thing. That shows that you have self-reflection, right? Which is the best trait in any human being. You can make 1,000 errors. If you reflect about them, and if you learn from them, this makes you an even better human being than someone who doesn't make any mistakes at all in my book. Meow, wait, that's not right. I want to treat you as an individual human being. Would you mind telling me your name? Huh? Meow? Wait a second. What? It sounded like someone imitating a cat's cry. No, wait, that's not it. I see. Meow and Meow, huh? What a cute name. Fucking Jaden has a real hard-on for Meow, doesn't he? Everyone else would be... At this point, I would be a little bit weirded out, since Meow obviously is not a real name. It is kind of like a nickname, though, so yeah. Meow, are you a girl? Yeah. Ah, sorry about earlier. I grabbed your shoulder hard. How does it work with, like, the PP down there, though? If she's a girl right now, wouldn't she be a little bit freaked out about it? Because she can't undergo gender, what's it called? Gender assignment surgery or whatever? No, not assignment. Gender change surgery, whatever. She would have to live in Meow's body. You see the dominant personality? How does this work? So much of this concept is not explained right now that I'm getting confused what to say here. I grabbed your shoulder hard. That's no way to treat a girl, right? Forgive me. It's okay. Two personalities with different genders in the same body, huh? Oh, here we go. Now it's getting explained, maybe. Sounds like something you'd find in some old Japanese manga. Wait. I shouldn't be thinking up jokes. No, seriously, I'm so sorry. Did he say that out loud? Don't apologize so much, okay? Oh my god. She looks like kinda into it, doesn't she? I shouldn't have run and I should have told you. What does the real Meow think about all of this? Does he even know? Meow, what should I do? I want to treat you the way you want to be treated. Oh my god, this is getting indecent now in a different way. Huh? Yeah. If you ask me to forget everything that happened today, I'll forget about you completely by tonight. If I ever realize I'm seeing you as Meow, I'll pretend I don't know you. Anyway, you're... The way Jaden panicked as he tried his best to be polite must have looked a little humorous. Meow giggled and Jaden, not realizing why she was laughing, opened his eyes even wider. Thanks. You're nice, Jaden. No, I'm just... If you act so humble, it just makes this more uncomfortable. So really, don't worry about it. And anyway, I've been by your side all this time. What? If you act so distant, it actually makes me feel lonely. Oh shit, is Meow having the hots for Jaden? Maybe this is why Meow male is actually acting so weird towards him, since part of Meow female, I can't differentiate them by name because Meow and Meow just sound so similar. Maybe he knows about it, you know, and this is why he acts so weird towards him. I see. After all, you still exist even when Meow's there. So, what about today's training? Hey, I'm a Gauntlet Knight too. I split the work with Big Brother. Oh, they refer to each other as brother and sister, okay, yeah. So, they are different separate entities. They don't see each other as the one and the same being. This is honestly complicated. This is some real mind-bending territory. And gender-bending as well, apparently. Checking our surroundings and controlling our posture and stuff. I see. Is that how it was? So you've been my other partner all along. At the word partner, Meow smiled broadly for the first time. Oh, that's cute. Meow was probably the main personality. Here we go. So Meow's personality had always had to be kept hidden away. And it was hard for others to notice it. How does she come out though? How do they decide who gets to drive and who's in the passenger seat? She must have been happy to be recognized as a separate personality. Big Brother, huh? So you're Meow's little sister. My old friend said his personalities were friends with each other. It's brother and sister in our case. There's all sorts depending on the person. So Meow usually controls your body, but sometimes you put on makeup like a girl and go out at night to have fun like this. It still looks the same. I don't really see any makeup, but it could just... I mean, Meow usually still looks very female. So it's a perfect... It's not a good twist since it has been called ever since Meow was revealed to be the protagonist. People have called out that this would be a female, and it does make sense now though. So it's not really a twist, but it's a reason for Meow to look like that, I guess. He has to look androgynous. to make it work, because if it looked like... Jaden doesn't necessarily look that male either, but he doesn't leave as much to the imagination as Meow. He's not as vague in his looks. He looks pretty male with his buff shoulders and his little bit of man cleavage going on and stuff. All the while Meow is tiny with a really slender frame and stuff. I should just continue. I'm getting myself in trouble here by continuing talking about this thing. Yeah, she looks so smug about it. So she's been having fun in a part of town far separated from the area Mitake Meow lives in, so that no one who knew her would realize that she's a CPP. Emphasis on the PP. Still, it's a bit unsafe for a pretty girl like you to play around in the city at night, don't you think? Sometimes, weird people do try to talk to me. No kidding. A girl this cute walking around without a boyfriend? Holy shit, he's openly hitting on her now. You'd be crazy if you didn't try to talk to her. As Jaden said this, he gradually turned red. Just yesterday he'd thought of this person as a cool partner of the same gender. Now he suddenly had to treat her like a girl, even though it was the same physical body. Yeah, how does he cope with that, like, dissonance? Except for a little makeup, this was totally Meow. Now I'm feeling kinda hot and sweaty. Oh, Jaden. You pure soul. Meow, the next time you come here to have fun, let me know. Huh? I, Super Genius Jaden, will be your bodyguard and make sure no weirdos come after you. And maybe we can fool around in some dark alley. Oh, yeah. I think having a bodyguard would be nice. She's a gauntlet knight too. She could probably single-handedly wreck those fools. That body belongs to my two partners, Meow and Meow, so it's only natural that I protect it. Why do I keep turning red? What I'm saying is perfectly normal, right? No! You're fucking trying to get it on with her. My partner's body is tiny and it would suck if some weirdo came after him and hurt him when he was off having fun at night, so I'm offering to stay by his side. Replace all those his and he's with her and she's. There's nothing remotely strange about that. Yeah, you just keep trying to convince yourself. Oh, I get it. It's because of how Meow's face looks. Because you look like that, I can't figure out what to do next. Enough with this weird sweat already. Thanks, Jaden. I'll definitely ask you to do that when the time comes. Sure, send me a Kizuna message whenever you like. Would they ever have been able to talk like this if Jaden had only ever known Meow? The two of them chatted about things they never would have discussed if it had been Meow. Before long, Jaden was gradually beginning to understand. Yeah, talking to a girl is vastly different than talking to a guy. You just naturally choose different topics to talk about. Even as a dude, you veer the conversation in other directions than what you would talk about with another guy. At least that's how I feel. I have a lot of female friends, actually, due to work and school. When I was in school, we were a class of like 98% females. Because of what I was learning. It was basically something like graphic design. To simplify it, it was graphic design. And even later at work, I work in a predominantly female environment, let's put it like that. I'm the only male working in my workplace. So naturally, I have a lot of females around me. And you talk to them differently. When I meet a friend, I talk about different topics than when I meet... a male friend, than when I meet like a female co-worker or a female friend of mine, something, you know. It's a weird thing, but it's just how humans work. It's just how they work. I see. I get it. When Meow was lecturing me, he would always praise me for doing something good at the very end. That was her. No matter how small it was, he'd always find something. That was you, wasn't it? Oh my god. This is like drawing the bow to shoot the arrow right through Meow's heart, you know? Jaden is a real player. How? Come to think of it, I always thought it was weird that Meow always tore me down, then managed to encourage me at the end. But after talking with you, I'm sure the person who was always watching me and praising me so that I could give it my all was you, Meow. I like how she's just stunned for words. Even though Jaden had met her for the first time today, you could see how much unexpected joy those words gave her. Something twinkled a little near her tightly shut eyes. "You're really cool, Jaden. I can't believe you noticed that I was there." "Well, of course. I'm still Super Genius Jaden." "Yeah, a super genius. And cool. I know that. I'm always watching from nearby, so I know." But isn't Meow listening to this conversation? Yeah, how does it work? Ha 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 ha. The next time I see him, he'll tell me not to be a creep around his sister and beat the crap out of me. Oh, that's okay. When I don't want to be hurt, I make sure the door of my heart is shut. Oh, this opens up all sorts of possibilities right now, Jaden. You better fucking grasp that opportunity right now. Apparently, privacy between personalities is possible. And she can apparently take her current experiences and memories and either share them with Meow or keep them for herself. This is a really detailed concept of multiple personalities, though. Thinking about it that way, this is pretty rough. Yeah, brother and sister living in the same body, they are actually separate entities at this point. Beyond that, I don't remember much of what we talked about. However, until the sky lit up, I think we kept on talking at random about fun stuff, though I don't remember it well. Guys were another matter, but just before dawn wasn't a very safe time for girls. At that hour, they would sometimes get bugged by guys who had been having fun all night and who were weirdly excited, oh my god. But she said she wanted to secretly go home on her own. Meow was a girl, but the main personality of the body was Meow. Okay, calling it now. It might be that Meow is the main personality, but I swear to god, it will probably be a female body. I think that's the twist. And it's not necessarily recycled by Ryokishi, but it's been done before, you know. In other words, people thought of them as a guy. If people knew that Mitake Meow was walking around in makeup like a girl, it would cause Big Brother trouble. If that happened, he'd stop letting me go out to play. Then shouldn't it be the other way around? First of all, you should change your clothes, you know. Because you can easily mistake you for Meow. You walk back home openly with me. If we do bump into someone we know, I'll say, oh, this isn't Meow, it's a girlfriend of mine. Okay. I mean... How fucking heavy-handed can you try to do it, Jane? I see. Meow's face had gone red as if someone had boiled it. Huh? Did I really say something that embarrassing? Apparently Kizuna had interpreted girlfriend as girlfriend. In English, Jaden had only meant that he'd introduced her as a girl he was friends with, but yeah, it's weird. Since you can separate that word, the word girlfriend and girlfriend, but in German you can't, so it always is slightly confusing in German as well. And although in German you say friend to a girl and not necessarily a girlfriend. You don't really need to assign any gender to that. In places that spoke Japanese, the phrase always meant a more long-term, one-on-one romantic relationship. It's okay, I know what you meant. Kizuna translates things weird sometimes, doesn't it? That's really a pain. I'll try and find a better Japanese translation patch. No matter how much technology advances. Communication really is made up of more than words and text. Yeah, definitely. There's also your eyes, your expression, the atmosphere, smells. Oh, imagine the smell. Your heart beating, and all of it makes communication possible. Yeah, if we ever start living in an electronic world, it'll be pretty boring. Kizuna translation mistakes, getting embarrassed and trying to run away, and chasing after people who do that. Every bit of that is a precious part of communication between humans. This ultimate communication tool had broken down all barriers, obviously including language. However, that definitely didn't mean it was better than facing someone and talking to them in person. That cliche, which only cultured people always used to criticize things like Kizuna, bounced through the minds of the two youths who were both acting embarrassed. In the end, the two of them did return to their lodgings together. Apparently, they didn't get a chance to bump into someone they knew, and make use of the excuse that they were girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever.